This video was brought to you by NCIX. Great technology, selection, and service.
Hello everyone, this is Dmitry with Hardware Canucks, and it seems like we've got another major player within the peripherals market as EVGA has just released their first gaming mouse. I think this time it is exciting as we as consumers and gamers get so many choices, plus the potential for these new products to incorporate something unique and different from the hundreds of gaming mice that we currently have on the market. So this is the EVGA TORQ X10 going for $90, and we'll also have a carbon fiber version for a $30 premium. So all the glossy sides we see here will be covered in real carbon fiber instead. Pretty cool, but you will have to pay extra. Also, to my surprise, the glossy sides are not slippery at all and actually help with a sturdy grip. Build quality is solid with an aluminum frame, and the TORQ X10 feels well put together, so good job EVGA. Both the removable cover and the back portion are covered in this perforated plastic that feels great, and it's also not rubberized, so it won't wear out in time. The mouse is symmetrical, good news for left-handed users, although I kept hitting the two browser buttons on the right side with my ring finger and I had to readjust the grip so that doesn't happen. Overall, button location is fine, although you can see there's quite a bit of movement on the side buttons. They are fairly easy to press, so that's why I ended up disabling the ones on the opposite side. Primary left and right click are a little heavy, but the rebound is quick, so that's good, and I'm very impressed with the scroll wheel. It's rubberized, well illuminated, and with a well-defined scroll steps. Actual middle press feels a little too dense, so I never actually ended up using it during gameplay. Dpi Switch buttons are right behind with excellent tactile response and LED indicator to tell you which of the 5 Dpi settings you're using. At the very back, an illuminated EVGA logo with multiple color options, same with the scroll wheel, and that's always great to have to color match to all your peripherals. The cable is braided, plus the USB port is labeled, which is useful for differentiation, but I'd love to see more peripherals come with different color tips on the end instead. Now it definitely shows that EVGA has done their homework when it comes to customization, as using this proprietary key, you can either raise or lower the height of the support surface. The height difference may not look like a big deal, but depending on your hand size, you can basically fine-tune the size of the TORQ X10, a gimmicky feature that you'll actually be thankful for. At 121 grams, the mouse is well balanced, but removing the top cover reveals a slot for additional weights that can be added if you prefer a heavier body. Now this is great as a concept, especially for a gaming mouse, but EVGA's execution here certainly may cause some issues. You have to be very careful removing the top cover by first sliding it towards the back and only then using the small hinge to lift off the cover. I actually broke one of the notches on our first sample that resulted in unbalanced left and right clicks, so keep that in mind. Also, the weights are cylinders without an included housing, so you can easily lose the ones not in use. The Teflon feet at the bottom do span a large area, and regardless of the surface, glide was always smooth and consistent. There's also a profile switch button at the bottom, which is great to have on the mouse itself. So the X10 uses a laser sensor that can be used on glass and white surfaces. This is the EVGA 9800 that goes up to 8200 dpi, and tracking was accurate, although mouse acceleration was on by default, so make sure you disable it. And I had a good time gaming with the X10, especially after adding in some weights and raising the height, and with my usual 800 dpi sensitivity, I got to dominate the battlefield once more. The driver software is a bit clunky, it definitely needs work, although we do have all the customization. For example, under button settings, selecting each button and remapping it is easy, plus switching the layout for left-handed users is right there. Advanced settings with DPI is pretty clear with 5 sensitivities, plus the polling rate adjustment. We've got angle snapping, mouse acceleration, and the standard rest of the settings, plus the LED adjustment with color, brightness, and different modes. You can save the macros on board the mouse, which is great, and manage where these macros are saved as well. And overall, what we have here is a strong gaming contender coming from a strong company, with excellent build quality, great primary switches, and customization for both the form and the weight. However, the implementation of the removable cover to access the weight slots is problematic if removed incorrectly. Housing for unused weights is non-existent, and the side buttons exhibit just way too much play that may cause concerns with longevity of those buttons. However, this being EVGA's first entrance into peripherals, I really can't wait to see how they proceed, as the TORQ X10 is actually very impressive being their first gaming mouse, and we'll perhaps see a keyboard rollout, as the slight slip in the software may be just a teaser to get us excited. But let us know how you feel about EVGA heading into the gaming peripheral market, and your thoughts on the TORQ X10 in particular. Make sure you're subscribed for more similar content. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.